The rumbling is coming, guys. Attack on Titan final season. Wait, what was it again? Attack on Titan final season, the final chapter. Part 2. It has finally ended. Attack on Titan is actually finished. It's been a long 10 years in the making after so many production issues, even from season 1, and they made history. Holy fuck, that sounds cheesy as hell. Thank you for the staff team, either the MAPPA team or the WIT Studio team. I have a lot of stuff to say in terms of the content and the writing aspects of it. This is an animation analysis, so I'm gonna keep this short, but come on, it's the final season. I have to talk about the content. My thoughts about the ending, I feel like we didn't get much closure in our characters after they killed Eren. We just skipped 3 years. It did feel rushed. Levi's moments was beautiful, seeing all of his deceased comrades and doing the hand sign or whatever you call it. Although it was sad to see Levi in a wheelchair, but his character arc was really well done. I'm not gonna compare the manga and the anime because I'm not a manga reader. Yes, that line where Armin said you became a mass murderer for our sake was dumb, but that's beside the point. Eren's swift change of feelings was weird. It's just off-putting where you killed 80% of humanity for the sake of the Eldians. Of course, Eren knows he's wrong, but that's probably a bit too late. His true feelings finally comes out that he just wants to be with them, but Eren's path that he took to make that happen was just not the right one. He's not the villain or the hero in this story. He's just a person who wants to make his friends to have a very peaceful life. But I didn't think it was bad. Also, when Mikasa was at the tree was beautiful, but my main grasp about this whole ending was the after credit. The whole time lapse of the world was fine, you know. Whatever our predecessor did, humans will always have a way to make conflict and war. But what's the point of showing this? Eren and everyone's efforts was just for nothing. It's just going to be a non-stop cycle of Titan. I know the whole to you 2,000 years later thing, but at least Eren did achieve his goal, giving freedom to his close friends and partners, because the war that was happening in the after credit, not the after credit, but the ending thing broke out after all of our main cast died. We saw old Armin visiting Eren's grave, and we saw Mikasa's grave. But as an anime, you gotta at least give us a sense of satisfaction as an ending and for what our characters did and their journey that got us to the point. All in all, it didn't really ruin my AOT experience. Why would it? It was just the end credit that I really didn't like. Everything else was really good. Attack on Titan is still a really fucking good series. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about the animation. It's not going to be like my Jujutsu Kaisen analysis. I'm not gonna go scene by scene because it's an hour plus long. That's gonna take too long. So yeah, finally the staff got a better schedule. It's not a healthy one, but for a MAPPA show, it's definitely a good one, and it looked amazing. Some of the best Attack on Titan has looked, including the WIT Studio ones. The action was spectacular. Thanks to the CG team, they can make some dynamic shots, and Hayashi's action boards are great too. The director Yuichiro Hayashi did an incredible job. Really captures how terrifying the rumbling is and the intensity of the fight. Of course, Hiroki Sawano did elevate the scene too with the music. Highlighting the baby was really unique idea. The storyboards too, the way some shots were framed. Some of the flashback scenes were so well done. The framing, the emotion, the compositing, all of it was so good. I know it's not a flashback, but his story is such a waste of potential. Hiroyuki Sawano is really good at mixing the music to the tone of the scene. Like in the end credit, the action, just everything about it is absolute masterclass. We have some great ODM gear scenes from regulars and new faces like J1 giving us some amazing ODM Sakuga. Very fluid, and also like his timing. The timing really give us a sense of weight of the ODM gear just flying about and slicing the titans. The smears is great too. Again, the 3D background was used very well and it interacts with the 2D really nicely. The person who created how the ODM gear move, or just Attack on Titan's action in general, Arifumi Mai, is back doing the last ODM gear scene for the show. The background animation is just amazing, and the CGI rubble in the back just adds to the scene. The way Levi just slides on the rock was great. The camera work too, the whole action scene was done in one cut, and how the ODM cable moved when Mikasa shot it in Eren's mouth was classic ODM gear movement. Imai also storyboarded his own scene and did some original drawings. I'm guessing it's Eren and Mikasa's drawing because it doesn't look like the normal design. The most impressive thing about the whole episode was the 3D and CG. We saw what the CG team did in the final season. It was inconsistent, some very good CG titans and some unfinished CG titans, and I'm just mind blown how good the titans look. Very detailed models. Sometimes I can't even tell if it's CG or not, especially the 9 titans, the full white titan. Armin versus Eren in titan form is probably my favorite CG fight. I still don't know if Armin's colossal titan was 2D or CG in this shot. I'm guessing it's 2D, but it looks so detailed and it fucking rotates. I know Imai also did the same thing, drawing the whole colossal titan's back. which looks very detailed. I don't know, man. Also, we had 2D tines because they had time, especially Mikhail's Sugimoto sequence. Very nice 2D tines. Smash. I mean, and the 3D backgrounds are great. They utilize a lot of it, of course, that's a good thing. Some cuts look so dynamic. Even scenes that were very minimal, they'll look pretty dynamic thanks to the 3D background. Also, it is composited very well, the 2D animation and the 3D background. The effects are incredible. Satoshi Sakai is just an effects god. Sakai was probably one of the factors that made the final season still look good. He probably did most of the blood effects, debris, and he did the best effects animation, which was the Armin Colossal Titan explosion. I mean, so many layers of effect, and the impact frames was nice too. It wasn't just Sakai that did some of the standout effects. Shang Meng Chen, that just sounds so racist when I say it. His explosion was insane too. The first cut was done in ones, also nice framing. Again, the volume of effects is just insane. He also did a lot of effects alongside with Satoshi Sakai. The one thing I wasn't a fan of is the digital effects. Sometimes it's just unnecessary to put it here, but most of the time it's good. Also, the OP and ED was good. Just hearing Lincoln Horizon doing the OP is nostalgic. I'll mappa for not having them in the first 2 final seasons. We just got I'm kidding. Some really nice storyboards, and this is just flawless 2D 3D integration. They did the same thing in Takashi Kojima's OP, and the ending was beautiful with a unique art style and great art direction compositing, like the Mikasa shot in front of the sun. Perfection. I don't know why they didn't put it in the special. It is for the episodic version, but at least put it in for the episode. The compositing and art direction too. I love when the color changes when we're on top of Eren and when we're below it. The sky doesn't feel basic. I don't know how to say it. Sometimes it just flex their art direction. I mean, it still looks amazing though. It really shines when there's a lot of green around, like the end credit and when we're in the tree. Also, the color palette for Mikasa's dream sequence. The color doesn't feel muted. It feels bright because it's a dream. It's not real. And the character Eren and Mikasa most of the time didn't have hatching at all. It feels so refreshing. I really do think sometimes the hatching can be a bit too overused. Yes, it can make some of the characters' expressions more depressing, but yeah. And also, I like the rim lighting that they did for the Mikasa scene. It was beautiful. I'm guessing it was Imai's idea to do that. I really do have so much praise for the staff. They really nailed everything, adapting such a hard series in a short period of time, and they fucking done it. I'm looking forward for what Yuichiro Hayashi and his team is going to do next. Either it's Dorohedoro or helping with Vinland Saga or just another project. I don't know. And yeah, it's over. I can't believe it. 10 years in the making, and it was a masterpiece besides the end credit scene. And that's probably it. Of course, I didn't talk about everything because that'll take a lot of time. I could have talked about it in chapters, but I CBA. I'm really excited for what the team is gonna pick up next. They really proved themselves, especially the CG team. Probably one of the best CG in a 2D anime. I really thought the ending was gonna be hot garbage because of the manga readers were crying about it. They changed a few stuff, so that's good. And yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what are your thoughts about the animation or the content or anything. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.